Well, guys and girls, do you need something to pray about today? I got it. Good morning, guys and girls. Let's look at our catch of the day for March the 10th. Already March the 10th. It's out of Ephesians 4:29. You remember, I think it might have been yesterday. Anyway, in the last day or two, I talked about remembering those books of the Bibles. And I talked about go eat popcorn, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians. Well, my beautiful wife reminded me that it is, what about the C? And I said, there's no C. It's go eat popcorn. G-E-P, go eat popcorn. She said it is Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Corinthians. So, I never heard that. I swear I never heard that. How did she learn that and I didn't marry it? That's my first wife, too, I'm talking about, that corrected me on that. However, all right, let's look at our verse from Ephesians 4:29. Oh, this is a great one. Almost falls into what I was talking about. When you talk, do not say harmful things. When you talk, do not say harmful things. I love to visit with the people I'm fishing with when I'm just fishing for some. Some of my very best day fishing have been with my great friend Joe Hall, the previous owner of Blakemore Roadrunners. We talk about everything, from our beautiful wives to politics to business. Joe's wife was like runner-up in something in the Miss Universe contest. And, of course, I've already told y'all my wife looked like she stepped out of Playboy magazine. She did look like she stepped out of Playboy magazine. Well, she sort of still does. And I'm not really sure what they look like in Playboy magazine, but I've heard they look pretty good. Okay, sometimes in talking to Joe, I'm talking about one thing. Joe's talking about something entirely different. And my camera guy, Pat Turner, runs our production company. He tells me that all the time. He said, you guys are carrying on two totally different conversations. How am I supposed to edit this junk? I said, that's why you get the big bucks, Pat. And sometimes we're talking about something entirely different from each other. Amazingly, we still catch fish. God gave us the ability to communicate so we can be helpful to one another. Think about that. God gave us the ability to communicate, not so we could run people down, not so we could criticize, not so we could say something bad about somebody. He gave us the ability to communicate so we can be helpful to one another. One of my most frequent prayers is, please, God, don't let me say anything bad about anybody today. And that's a good one to pray right there. I wrote down next, I guess if I just concentrate on saying something good, nothing bad would ever come out. So if you just concentrate on saying something good about somebody, you're not going to have to worry about saying something bad about somebody. That's a great devotional like that. I preach it to myself so much in these. I need to start talking to somebody else. Here's our tip for today. When floating a stream or a river, don't try to cover too much territory all in one day. Take your time. You know, rivers and streams are some of the very best places in the world to fish, and we have had some great, great fishing trips. Floating rivers, you know, in our part of the country, a lot of times we'll go up and we'll put a boat in. We'll put a boat up in somewhere and we'll float down the river, you know, sometimes maybe 8, 10, 15, 20 miles in a day. And we'll just fish whatever comes available to us. Sometimes we'll move from one side of the river to the next, depending on whether the river's narrow or wide. But we'll fish. We'll just fish whatever comes up. And we'll change baits as we're going because we might be in some place where we're going to be fishing worms up shallow or spinner baits. We might come to another place where we want to be flipping jigs around logs or stumps or bushes. We might find a little bay or a little pocket up in the river we might want to pull up into. But when you're fishing those rivers, take your time. Enjoy it. One of the great things about floating streams and rivers is just having a great time. Just having fun out there. That's the main thing, is to have a very great time. I get tickled sometimes looking at my beautiful wife. I got to tell you, I really do. I looked at her and that Playboy magazine thought come across my mind. Guys and girls, go out there today. Pray. Let me say something good about somebody. As a matter of fact, let me say something good. You quit making faces at me, baby. Say something good about everybody you come in. I said you looked like you come out of Playboy magazine. This is getting too crazy. Guys and girls, have you a great day out there today. Above all, have fun with your beautiful wife or your very good-looking husband. I love you.